Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another live stream here on Kame Trick. I'm Ben, I'm your host, and we will be enjoying some Initial D Arcade Stage 8 Infinity tonight. Grooving out to the Red Suns theme here. See everybody in chat. How are you guys doing? Good to see you all. Welcome back again. We will be hopefully playing through the Project D battles tonight. I will say that the way that Arcade Stage 8 works is a little different than the other games that I have played, because I've basically played like 1 through 4 pretty heavily, a little smattering when I've been in Japan on other trips, and then when I lived over there, 8 was out, so I played, 4 was out, so I played 4 pretty heavily. But I haven't really played 8 a whole lot other than this playthrough that we've been doing at various weeks on the live stream. So one of the things that's kind of interesting about 8 is that they bounce you around to different tracks. The old school versions, you essentially battled like everybody on the easiest course, and then everybody on the next easiest course, and so on. So like you got to practice the tracks as a result. But on 8, one of the things I struggle with is the fact that they move you from track to track to track, so it takes a lot longer to memorize the tracks, unless of course you're putting in time doing time attack. So I'm going to wait until I get the car full tuned before I bother with time attacks. But just a little disclaimer that I may not win all the battles, and that's okay. We're just gonna shred here tonight in Initial D for a bit, and then once we bounce over to Twitch in about an hour and a half, we're going to do some Assetto Corsa drifting. So let's fire this up. We're gonna see how this goes here. It always takes a second to launch the game, so we're gonna get it rolling, and then we will get you all tuned in here. 8 and 3 are pretty different. 3, I played on 2 the most, and before I went over to Japan and lived over there. We're going to cut that background music off here for a second. And to me, 2 felt very drifty and slippery compared to 3. I didn't play 3 as much, but it felt very gripped up. Then, of course, I played 4, and it felt way more drifty, but like actually you go sideways a little bit. I don't know. That was interesting. What up, Smokey? Vix, I'm not sure if I can really help with graphics a whole lot. I don't do a whole lot of problem resolution for that, because like my own system doesn't have a whole lot of issues, which is good and bad, because if I don't have the problems, I don't fix the problems, and then it makes it pretty difficult for me to be particularly helpful when stuff comes up. Ah, man. I always enjoy hearing that Initial D background music. I actually went into my editor recently and made like 20-minute versions of all the songs so that I can play them on the Assetto Corsa stream. You'll actually see that on Twitch later tonight. Alright. We should be all set. We're going to load in our car. I'll drift till you live in Aus, right on. Oh man, we didn't have so many options. Just loading in. Okay, cool. So, we're all in here. My little character, I just pick whatever the little roulette wheel gives me. So, I've got a long-haired guy with a goatee, which is kind of how I looked when I used to live in Japan. We'll see. We're going to go into the story mode. Just dive right into it on single player here. We'll be in story mode. Alright, so this game is set up in single player and a method called Team Side. So basically what you get to do is play through as members of the different teams. So right now, we're going through, let me see, where am I at? Yeah, I'm essentially going to do the battle as the pro driver, the OB from the Toto Racing School. So this will be against Takumi. I'm not really practiced at driving front-wheel drive cars in this game, and the first time that I tried this, it did not go well. But we're gonna see if it goes any less badly this time. And I will probably translate some of what they say as we go here. Said, oh, the Toto School's here, says Kenta. Looking really cool in your racing suit. He says, because I'm wearing this, I can't play around, like I gotta be serious. If you've seen the anime, you know this anyway. And then they're like, oh snap, it's the Hachiroku. And there they go. Ah, Patrick just watched the episode, heck yeah. Alright. We're gonna probably lose horribly because I suck at this track and this car. But oh well. Yeah, see, I'm like expecting it to drift and it just grips. Oh my god. Wow, I'm so bad at this. Wow, so much weird understeer out of the front-wheel drive versions of these cars. I should really practice in one, but it's kind of the fun of this style. It just throws you into these other cars that are not the car that you're trying to play the game through in. It's like a little bonus. Unlockable. So if I don't end up liking this or being able to drive it worth a damn, which it looks like I won't, then I'll just go past this battle and go on with the next team side. And of course, passing is insanely hard, as it always is. It's my least favorite aspect of these games. Am I supposed to left foot brake these cars? I have no idea what I'm doing. Man, way to start off the stream with like a car that a drivetrain rather, that I don't play, because this is the worst possible. Yeah, I have no ability to detect what sort of braking is required to not understeer the shit out of these turns. All I know is that everything I'm trying is not the right thing to try. Sight reading the track from the mini-map, not actually looking where I'm going. This is classic Initial D playing. God, the car does not turn. Okay, that was miserable. I have no desire to do that ever again. I will worry about practicing that offline. Because, yeah, I don't mind to make mistakes on stream, but that's just not enjoyable to watch. Alright, so we will try... I'm not even tuning my car up that I'm playing the game through it. We will try one of the other stages. Alright, so we cleared everything but the little bonus unlockable battle in Toto. So now we're going to play through in this one, and this is Vitara's crew. So, Let's see how this goes. Now the way this normally works is that you actually play as though you have joined in the car that you picked this team. So like I'm in a 180SX. So she's asking if I can drive at the same speed as them. So he's going to become my battle partner or opponent, whatever you want to call it, and see how well we can learn this track. More tracks that I do not know. I only know like the first stage tracks. But as you can see, we're already bouncing off the walls just a little bit less. Fast track. I'm surprised by how much of this track is flat out. I guess I could have done it in third. But like that, in third was terrible. Balancing, gearing. It's always just a guess until you memorize the track. Alright, that went decently. That was actually a fun map. It had a cool flow to it. I'm not familiar with that one. One thing I haven't done is translated all the course names. So I know them from the anime, but I don't always like put them together as I'm playing through. But that was cool. And we get a 500-point driver bonus for some reason. I'll take it. You can Google search if you're trying to find the game. I may make a tutorial video at some point, but that is not something I'm going to cover during the stream here tonight. Alright, so we got through our first battle. We will see who our second battle is. Man, it's so funny the way that the AI works in this game, though, because they'll make them fast, even if it's like a total scrub driver. I was really surprised that it took so long to get in front. She says, hey, I have a request. Let me drive this the way that I want to. And he's like, alright then. Do whatever you think is best. She's stoked. Let's get this battle going. So, let's see what we can do. I'm gonna try to use third gear more, even though the engine clearly bogs a little bit. But I don't know that I'm actually saving much time, if any, by going down into second. Also, now that I know how this course goes a little bit, because it's just the same track in reverse for a change, I feel like I have a chance to actually drive this track with a little bit of confidence. Should have used the brakes earlier there. She's over here just fangirling about how cool her FD is. Which, to be fair, it's pretty rad, but... Alright, we should be solid now. Alright. We are just chilling at this point. Cool. Nailed it. Sadamine. Okay, thank you for that. Like I said, I haven't translated all the tracks. I'm a lot better at speaking than I am at reading, although I can do both. Alright, so we're going to do some body tuning, level 2, light weight, or weight reduction. Moving on through towards our Spec 5 full-tuned car. Hopefully we get there soon. And unlocking Battle 3. Kyle, no, I'm not using handbrake. It's just that my shifter is down there, so I'm doing a lot of one-handed driving. The one problem with my setup that I don't like for Initial D specifically is I have a Fanatic shifter, and I'm using it just like the arcade style for this version of the game, which was a sequential. And unfortunately, because I guess it's designed for more realistic car stuff, you can't just bang gears like pop, pop, pop. It's more like click, click, click. So the first to second gear shift always happens a little slower, and second to third when I'm coming off the line, you'll see me like shift way too slow. Alright, here we go. He says, "Hey, I've been waiting for you. Sorry to ask you to battle as soon as you join the team, but we need to get some battle data." And so I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And he's gonna stop Project D. We'll see about that. So I'm basically just gonna get data for them by doing a time attack run. There's that first to second shift that I'm always just a hair slow on. I think it's kind of ironic that in the place where we have the cappuccino battle, because I'm assuming that's what's going to happen here, it's like the widest track. I'm not even driving in the grass, but you can. Until I like learn a track really well and start going for time attack, which I'm nowhere near right now. I generally just try to keep it off the walls and don't worry too much about the line. But it's kind of amusing that the cappuccino map is so huge. Like, you can drive all up in that. I'm pretty sure. Didn't actually work that time, but I've come close to it without any issues before. Sorry, I got distracted looking at the side of the map, or side of the track instead of the mini-map, which I'm still reliant upon. This is kind of a neat function in the arcade, because the cabinet has time attacks data stored on it. So when you get to this stage in the single player mode on like a Japanese arcade cabinet, you'll actually be making a time attack that's ranked against the other times that are on it. I don't think it saves yours, but like I believe that they may judge how well you do based on that. If not, they just have a set amount of times, and if you're lower than one, you get like a bronze, and if you're lower than another, you get a silver. And obviously, if you're quite fast, then you get a gold time. But this is a fun track. It's got a okay flow to it. Some of the ones that have a ton of back and forth straight away are just so stressful, because until you memorize at least part of it, it's just back and forth constantly. Hapagahara is one of my worst tracks for that. Until I've memorized it for version 2, but it's been years since I played version 2 now. So I'm pretty solid at it in V2, but I'm garbage anywhere else. Oops. Okay, nope, you can't drive through the grass, because that would have been a gentle little bump. We did tolerably. No coast. What's up, Xander? Man, I would like to, but I'm gonna have some family obligations that are gonna make it hard for me to drive too far. Even though I just bought a trailer, so that I can do more of that. But I don't think I'm going to make it out this year again, unfortunately. I went to 2 of the last 3, and it looks like that's going to fall down to 2 of the last 4. I hope to make it out next year. Alright, so that's Battle 3 down. We should be seeing the Cappuccino here fairly soon. Oh, it's Wataru, who was just totally sleeping on his car like the delinquent he is. He says, I'd like for you to drive with me for a little bit until the official day. So he was going to practice a little bit. He wants to have a street fight with... Oh, he wants me to have street fights with randos. Lovely. Alright, so this is the part... I forget about this each time. In Arcade Stage 8 Infinity, there will always be a part where you will be asked to battle against random people online. Or at least that's how they make it seem. What actually ends up happening is that it just is some AI battles. And as long as you win at least one of them, you're fine. So, we'll see how that goes. Interesting Impreza there. Yogi in the rain. That sounds like the kind of move that an Impreza driver would pick. Whew. Skating right out to the outside. This is my first time driving this track in the rain. Not that it changes the handling that much. Back up into 5th gear. I'm going to coast through there in 4th, which was probably not necessary, but we're playing it safe. And we'll just bide our time. It's such a good song, too. I don't like very many of the arcade version songs as much as the anime, like, official songs from those battles, but this one's kind of a banger. Alright, hopefully, anytime now, we'll get to the point where the AI has a little bit of a weak spot, and we'll have a chance to get by. Boom! Downshift was clutch. Definitely almost tagged the wall there. To 4th, back to 5th. We won't worry about driving really close to the walls, we'll just kind of hang out. And there we go. What's up, Tunga Bunga? Man, it is a hoot. It is a fun time. Dane knows what's up. I got that Initial D like face cam going on. I specifically designed it to look like the arcade. Actually, it was mostly my buddy Mocked who put this together. I had the idea, which I thought was great, but I didn't have the time to execute on it. And then I told him about it because I was excited about the concept, and before I knew it, he had already put something together. So then I was just able to put the Japanese text in, the car-specific stuff. Pretty cool. Alright, here we go. Yeah, man, some of the... oh god, it's the Prius. I have no chance against the Prius. Prius has plot armor. Where do we end up at? Is this Fruits Line? Which one is this? It's Scuba? Too much grip there. Slow down a hair too much. Ouch. I love how the AI cars can just destroy you and drive right through you, but you can't adjust their line at all. Doesn't particularly matter though, because all these battles, now that I've won the first one, we can progress the story regardless. Oh my god, passing is so annoying. Alright, thankfully we didn't hit any walls just then. It's pretty bad for the vehicle's acceleration in this game. Slowed down too early for that turn. By a lot. Just like real life, you get off track and then you hit all the outside walls, one after the other. Well, that's definitely one of those tracks I need to practice, but we survived, so I'll take it. This, what year was this made? I think I put it into the video, just, no I didn't. I don't actually know. I forget. After 2008, because they were on version 4 in 2008. I do know that the arcade cabinets only go to 60 FPS, so when you play it on one of these monitors, you have to run it on 60 FPS, otherwise everything is double speed, which is hilarious. I don't think I will win whatever battle this is going to be, because I just usually don't. The third AI is pretty difficult, and if it's a track I don't know, then I'm hosed. Really? Man, that was the weirdest of lines. This is like the slow motion battle. Wow, I am kind of surprised that I managed to make it back in front. And this is not a track that's flowing all that good for me. But we'll try and make the most of it here. Man, I can't believe I was able to stand fourth through that. Hey, we survived. Cool. Did not expect that. I'll take it. Yeah, Sylvadia, I agree, man. Like, the physics just aggravate me so much that I just don't, I usually don't try to prevent them from passing. I'd much rather just enjoy driving in this game than, like, all the blocking nonsense that annoys me. Alright, my character gauge, I think it's time. Oh, it's not time. Okay, we got 60% full. Unfortunately, we don't get to spin the wheel again and see if we can get out of this freaking white t-shirt that we've been in. Oh no, we do! Alright, let's see if we can get a shirt besides the classic Uniqlo white shirt. Here we go. We're gonna see what we land on. Nope, it's gonna be a hairstyle. Gold, a Resent. Oh shit, it's a pompadour in gold. Yes, give me a gold pompadour. Oh my god. Oh, that's hilarious. I'll take it. Love me some pompadour. That was super fun. Evos. Evos are pretty solid cars. No doubt. Alright, we need to insert one coin. Coin. And now it's time for the 5th battle. Hopefully we'll finally see the cappuccino come out. Not gonna lie, I already thought cappuccinos were kind of cool, but Initial D made me really want to get a cappuccino. Says, hey, sorry for being in the rain. So he basically says, hey, I want to practice in the rain with a battle like opponent. So we're gonna give him some practice for his battle against Takumi. This is like the one battle where once I finally catch up, I'll be able to just go around. I kind of wish the hitboxes for the cars were all this big. When I would play this in the arcade in Japan and in the States back in versions 2 and 4, I would always turn off boost for battles. Unfortunately, it defaults to on, so both players have to opt into it. But I had a small crew of friends who would enjoy playing with boost off with me. Which really changes how you have to treat trying to make a pass, because if you botch a pass and you tap the wall, you usually just instantly lose the battle, because they get like 500 meters on you before you start catching up, unless they goof up. It also makes blocking more annoying, but we sort of had a gentleman's rule not to do that. Like F1 style, you can take the inside of the outside, but you can't swerve back and forth in your lane. So we would do that, and it was super fun. And it was always kind of cool to party in the Japanese arcades, and everybody would be like, hey, this American guy's actually pretty okay. Again, was when I had all the tracks memorized. It's not me right now. I'm not saying I'm even remotely okay right now. He really caught up. He's over there saying, what are you, some kind of monster? I'm like, bro, you're keeping up just fine. So, not necessarily. That's a neat corner. Man, the AI battle before that was harder. Whew. Part of it was the track. Man, it would be cool to have a cappuccino. My friend has an AutoZam, which I need to. I think it's an AutoZam. It's either a Beat or an AutoZam. Either way, I need to make a video with it at some point. All right, we're gonna get our boost tuning up. Next up is mostly power and electrical tuning. We've got larger bores, we've got a bigger radiator, and then we've got a full computer to look forward to for future tuning. Insert one more coin. And it is time for the final battle. Who's the final battle on the team side? It would be really fun to play with the cappuccino. He says, I'll leave it up to you to coordinate the downhill battle. Wow, he's pissed. So he wants to get more practice in as well. That seems to be the theme for the Project E battles. It's essentially, I don't get to do the real battles, but I'm going to help. We've got a tire management feature on this one, which is slightly distracting. So what you've got is a range that you can steer in. It's a pretty big range too. And then if you steer past that, then it starts to deal damage to those three little steering wheels down at the bottom as I leave my car in fourth without noticing. And essentially, it's the same physics as always, but if you are going too fast, the car just won't turn, which is normal. So you've got to make sure that you slow the car down enough that you don't need to use full lock to make it turn. Like you see there, I didn't really turn extra, but the car all of a sudden started turning really hard. It's because my speed dropped down to a certain point. Got the inside, we've got a little straight. We should be able to make a pass here. I left it in fourth again, or I missed the shift. Because like I mentioned, my Fanatic shifter is kind of not the fastest if I double click, whether it's up or like down up. Too fast. So I've got to be a little bit more observant over there. Fun fact, I used to have an AE86 Trueno coupe that was supercharged. The same setup that Vitara has in real life. I built it as a grip racer, and it ran custom built 15x10, like minus 25 offset aluminum wheels with Hojo racing slicks in 275, 35, 15s all around. Square setup, all four corners. And it was a weapon in the turns. Unfortunately, it was an utter dog to just drive on the street, but it was a very fun car on the track, or on the toge. Somewhere in my Instagram feed you can see some pictures of it. And I can always drop a few in the Discord, which is linked in the video description, I think. It's linked everywhere else in my other videos anyway. I think I probably forgot to include that in the description for this particular live stream. And there we go. But yeah, supercharged 8.6s are quite fun. Still pretty slow compared to a lot of cars, but in the straight line. But they're just really fun little go-karts. GC E86 is the best 8.6. Grant knows what's up. What's up, man? Motorcycle first for roughly 5K. Ask Addison, and then a 350Z or the motorcycle second. Whichever you need to like get to and from school or work first and foremost is what I would get. I think your car has a bit more flexibility because you can drive it in the rain and the winter and the snow. But it's kind of whichever one calls out to you. If it was me, I would probably do the car first. For that reason, it's just got more utility. Alright, and so now we are up to these scrubs. The Lan Evo guys, as it's called. Oh, you've already got a car? Well, if your daily driver needs are taken care of, oh god, I'm in the story mode. I'm going to join the team for these guys. And they says, nope, you can't join our team. We don't have time to look over newbies. I'm going to be such a better driver than them. He's like, well, let's race with him anyway. He's like, alright, fine. He's like, do you want to battle against me? There's no way I'd lose against a loser like you. Oh my god. The Lan Evo boys. Even his character name is just Lan Evo 5 guy. Oh, this is a fun track. We drift this in Assetto Corsa, the port of it. But I also don't trust myself on this track, so I'm going to use the brakes and coast a little bit more than I probably need to. And I don't recall which corner the oil is on, so I'm probably going to drive right into it. Ooh, scrape on the wall. He gave me a little icon to tell me about the oil. That was nice. I forgot about that. That's poorly executed, but we'll get through it. I want to see a show of hands in the chat. How many people wanted to see Keisuke just like fight all those dudes when they brought all the gangsters up when he got the one wrench to, you know, beat them all? he's not a fan of getting spanked. Obviously, he's back there bitching about it. I don't want to admit it, but that guy's fast. Still haven't figured out how much to turn. So lots of wall hits, but we got through it. Yeah, Diablo and Silvetti's ready to see some Keisuke throwing down like a delinquent. Arthur, what's up, man? This is not a realistic game. It's a fun game, but it is hardcore arcade. And that's one of the neat things about sim and arcade. Like, no matter how good a simulator is, if you play on like a not very realistic wheel, it's not going to be a realistic simulation. And no matter how good your wheel is, if you play an arcade game, it's still just an arcade game. Alright, well, there's only one battle left, so we know who that's going to be. Do a flip. not quite that arcadey. He's like, you want to race here again? Are you a fool? He's over there like, we're gonna lay down the oil and we're gonna make you crash. So, I think the premise for this is that I'm doing a time attack and they're gonna try to screw me over with the oil. I need to do some time attacks where I don't have a car in front of me that I can just see the track, figure out where to coast, where to use throttle, where I need to go down to second versus where I need to stay in third. If I want to get real serious about this game, then I would also watch some videos of fast drivers doing time attacks as well and see what I can pick up from their techniques. And maybe sometime I will. So far I'm just having fun. Cruising, reliving the good old days. I really need to rewatch Initial D, it's been a while. Misread that. Braked a little bit too late. Tunnel vibes. Missed opportunity that the cars don't sound different in the tunnel. Glad they did that. But we made it through. Hey, what's up, Nev? How's it going, man? Oh man, the first season animation, I feel like the cars and the animation could be a lot better, but it's good times. Yeah, that guy, these two dudes, it makes me want to make like a fan manga about somebody just like taking them out. Back in the day, my goal when I was in like middle school, I was like, I want to learn Japanese, move to Japan, and become a professional like manga illustrator. That was what I wanted to do when I was a little kid. Well, not a little kid, but when I was a middle schooler. 2 out of 3. I did learn Japanese. He's like, because somebody lost, now I have to battle this guy. What's up, Nav? Got the RGB light strips. Hell yeah. Drop a picture of that into the Discord under general chat. We want to see what it looks like. Might be a minute before I can take a peek, because I'll be streaming until it's late. I will do a lot better in this battle because the twisty part of the track is what's first. Yep, go on by. That's fine. I'll just pass you later. I did think that this guy's car was kind of cool and that he took the wing off of it. I went through a phase where I was like very anti-wing on cars. I just thought they looked like Fast and Furious try-hard people. And so like cars without wings, I was like, hey, this is a cool like gentleman. This is a person that's got an idea of a way to stand out. That's kind of neat. But I've kind of slowly gotten back into it. I went through a no wing phase, and then I went through a G2 wing phase, which I couldn't afford one, so I didn't buy one. Maybe for the best. And then finally we got to the current phase, which is B-Wave of all things. Big Wangon wing on the back of my car. I did not used to like them, and then eventually I was like, well, this will either be epic win or epic fail. I'm not sure which. Alright. Time to pass that guy and leave him in the dust. Oops, a little early. And there we go. Do you have to race the Yakuza? That'd be hilarious. What you should have to do is run from the Yakuza. Like, it's a race, but really, they're just trying to chase you down the mountain. That would be hilarious. Opinions on de-stroking a V8 to crank up the revs? You would be more likely to break stuff, because generally revs cause more strain than anything else. But it would be cool. I've looked into it. I think it would be really fun to do. The only thing is that at that point, like, it's rare, so that's cool. You're building a high-stroking V8, or a high-revving V8, which is rad. But at the same time, you're, like, taking away the low-end torque that V8s are known for. So in a way, you could also just do, like, a JZ build or an RB26 build or something. Like, just do a motor that's designed to do that. Unless you specifically want the unique factor, I don't know that it's necessarily, like, worth it. But I don't think it's a dumb idea or anything. I just, feel like it sort of defeats the purpose of V8 swapping your car in the first place, a little bit. So he's like, are you the person who wanted to challenge Purple Shadow? So they're stoked, they're about it. Man, this is my favorite battle from 5th stage. The freaking turn around the pylon, holy crap, that was so awesome. Let's freaking go. Let's also hope that I don't completely suck at this track. Oh, come on, car, turn, please. Oh, jeez. The car is not handling anything like it did on the last map. It always takes me a while to adjust to that. I've got to like stop full and complete compared to what I did on the last track. Jeez, it's just not turning. I don't know if you can see my steering inputs. God, there's no turn-in. That's highly frustrating. We're just gonna second gear every corner because apparently it's just how it needs to be. God, the AI is pushing me around so hard. That felt really awful. Okay, let's see if we can get away. So much understeer on this map. Oh, jeez. The fact that I've been playing it on Assetto Corsa is probably making it worse for me. Also, he just hilariously blasted past me. Was I not supposed to be able to prevent that from happening? Because that seemed like it was what I call AI scripted level speed. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to win this battle unless there's a scripted really slow part. But I think the end of the track is coming up. Yeah, it's right here. That was unfortunate. Huh. He had that one fast part, one turn he was quite quick on. If he hadn't made it past that, I guess it would have been fine. I want to try that again now that I am prepared for the amount of understeer that we have on this track. God, that was sadly not enjoyable. Alright, let's go really, 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 really slow in order to go fast. Look at all the brakes that I'm having to use. I'm going to be all over the foot brake. Well, we're definitely a lot closer as a result of all the extra slowing down that I'm doing. That's frustrating. The physics get weird on some tracks at really high speeds, and the car gets this momentum to where, like, if you make a turn to the right and then you need to turn back to the left, the car just keeps pushing to the right. It like has this really weird delayed momentum. Alright, we're going to focus here. Let's try and keep it off the walls. Alright, that was the turn where it passed me last time, so we'll be fine. I think. Jeez, there he goes again. God, he is so quick right there. And then that's the last turn. Wow, that AI scripting is very aggressive. That's actually really hard. It like doesn't matter how good I do. If I mess up the last little bit of the turn, I may have to do some time attack to have any hope of beating him here. I like that it's actually challenging because so many of the battles you just breeze through. But that is not something that is going to be easy, that's for sure. Let's see what time it is here, 10:21. Not too bad, not too bad. If you can't beat Godfoot, become Godfoot. Truth. I got time for a couple more. But I think what I need to do is practice driving that track some. Hakone Hazuka. Which one is Tsukuba? I'm just looking at what we got. And then Hakone Snow. So here, I think I might be here. We'll just do some practice. Get some points. I think I'm running it backwards if this is even the same track. Should probably be in third for that when I shift or slow down that much. There, it gripped up way more than it was doing in the battle. Granted, I'm going the opposite direction, but the car would have understeered into the outside wall, and this time it dove into the inside. Well, that's why it comes back to you have to literally memorize each course individually, since even your own car handles differently on every track. So there was that direction. Personal best, because I haven't done a time attack. Yeah, it's always hard to tell, but the car was, I mean, unless I just needed to turn the wheel to actual full lock, which a lot of times you don't have to. Let's race on a different course. Alright, we'll go back to Tsukuba. This time we'll do the hill climb. It just was not liking me doing that. Alright, we'll try one more time. Because I need to memorize tracks. Yeah, the car's just not turning for shit. There's only one thing to do, which is adapt. Slow down more and or turn the wheel more. At least until I memorize the track, and then I can experiment with weird stuff. Braked way too late there. And my Fanatic shifter failed to shift down a gear, which is also lovely. Did it again. I can't go like click click like you can in the arcade. I have to go click click. Which is now all that I'm thinking about, is not shifting quicker than my gear can read it, because in real life you never shift that quick. You just skip that gear if you're doing that. So much steering input. Like, it is possible, but I'm just not prepared to steer like that. You don't usually have to. That time it doesn't take full lock. Well, I'm clearly going faster than I was, by a fair bit. Probably should have used second there. I still would have lost because of that one turn. But that was less bad. What's up, JC? How's it going, man? My day's alright. Put a new lock on the trailer that I just bought. Did a bunch of research for what it needs. Tuned up my car in Initial D, you know, just the usual. We're gonna go ahead and save our progress. What's up, King OX? Yeah, I know that I'm not doing it right, and I was good at second and fourth stage, so I'm aware of those techniques, but I don't know the track enough to judge my braking points. So it's just gonna, you know, take sucking and some repetition until I memorize how the track goes, and then I'll have a chance to actually time my braking points and establish visual references for when to do it. But if you're like driving off the mini-map in the corner, it's not going to be a recipe for fast times no matter what. All right, crew. I am going to roll us over to here. And I've got to convince this game to quit playing through here. Or if you want to, we can watch the replay of me driving not so hot. That'll work too. Do a D3? Like Arcade Stage 3, you mean? I am shit at Stage 3, but I might give it a try at some point. There's no reason not to, that's for sure. Also, my real car looks a lot like that. It's actually got body kits on, but just fun fact. Crew, thank you for tuning in. It is time to bounce over to twitch.tv/KameTrick, and there we're going to start out on Shuto Revival Project on Assetto Corsa. It is an open lobby. You do have to join the Discord, which is linked on almost every video and all my socials. So if you guys want to drive with me, we're going to be driving some World Drift Tour Street Pack cars and Death Wish Garage mod cars as well. Doing some midnight running on the Wangan. And then, after that, we're going to head over to OTM's Lime Rock circuit, and we're going to be tandem drifting there. So Assetto Corsa drifts are coming up next. That's going to wrap up our live stream here on the YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in as always. Thank you for hitting like on the video. And I'll let this play out, and we will see you all next time. Peace.